No second chances, no support, and nowhere to go but the finish line. Day and night, non-stop, racing the clock as much as they race themselves. Across 4 continents and countless challenges. The ultimate prize is simply surviving. The journey, the tears, and the triumphs. Welcome to Wild Races. Ecuador has dealt a brutal hand to our teams, barely a third of the distance in, and both the altitude and extreme conditions are taking their toll. What started as a routine path through escalating terrain has tortured our field. Team Ecuador with a slim lead from Merrill, and following on from an early navigation error, Tecnu drops back down the leaderboard. The teams now face a 90-kilometre mountain bike over 2 monumental peaks towards elevations of nearly 4,000 metres. Racing in these conditions will paralyse some whilst giving others a newfound motivation.
The orienteering was tough. We walked around, kind of lost for a bit.
We're on our 3rd leg. It's a 90k mountain bike. We made a bit of a nav error on our last hike.
And then we made a wrong turn on one of the ridges in the mist. We got lost, we found another route down the mountain and had to find another way in.
So we lost about 5 places, but into 7th place. And then we made up some time in transition, so I think we line about 5th at this stage.
We lost 20 minutes in the bushes, found our way back, and that's how it is. We lost a little time, but I guess everybody suffered the same thing.
We get lost in the trekking, but we did well to get out of some woods, and we're now in a good place.
The weather is not helping us. It's pretty cold. We have a lot of rain, but that's not a problem for us. We're very motivated and we're going to do the best. The first 10, 12 hours of the race are never my favorite. My body always takes probably about 12 hours to get into it. At the moment it's just screaming at me.
I think I might have been better. Headache, can't see, you're not good. But I'm hanging in. And that's just how it has to be until we hit low altitude.
Oh, legs are toast. Breathing really heavy and I shouldn't be. We're not going very fast. I think we just gotta ease into it. I don't know.
We're frozen. We're dying. I mean, really, really hard.
So we'll see what happens tonight. Hopefully at least it doesn't rain. But for sure it's gonna get cold. Everything here is 3,000 meters, so that's cold.
Trekking over 23 kilometres, this leg will give our teams a glimpse of one of the world's most staggering crater lakes. But every rose has its thorns, and this race is about to cut deep into our competitors. With a new day brings a clearing sky and view that defies imagination. Though let's not be fooled, as we're a long way up and with over 24 hours of constant racing, it's far from a stroll in the wilderness.
Hard trekking. The night it was cold and hard. Hard navigation. Couple of nav errors. We made a couple of mistakes.
It's a challenging environment. Fatigue written across many a face. This is true adventure racing. With little or no sleep, teams push upwards into the mist.
So we on our way to checkpoint 14. We've come across some local ladies and she's obviously carrying the firewood back to the house.
The strain is now starting to show as teams forge a path higher into the ever-thinning air. The technical nature of this course has pushed many to their limits. For some of our elite athletes, have they pushed too hard, as Mother Nature has decided she is taking no prisoners? Racing at this level is as much a test of physical stamina as it is about convincing your mind that the body can go on.
Time. The guys are absolutely awesome. I'm having a little meltdown. I'm not sure how you want me to see you when I'm like this. It's a really debilitating feeling when you can't get air and someone said that the boys were amazing and they came my back, turning me and pushing me. So I'll get back.
The biking stage during the night was probably one of the hardest stages I've ever done in a race. I'd say our team was in danger in that part. We were pretty weak. Thankfully, we arrived to the transition area, and our staff, we just slept a little bit, took some food.
A momentary lapse, maybe. The lead teams push on.
I don't know where the other teams are, but they're good. I'm sure they're not that far. I took a nasty fall, look, so I'm like bruised all over my right side, so.
We're going pretty slow. We decided to withdraw pretty much from the race. One of our team members yesterday in the rope section, he received a pretty hard blow to the knee. The rock, the canyon, he's been racing with pain on it all night and all morning. But today in this track, the pain got like uncontrollably.
In adventure racing, the lesson is take nothing for granted. In remote and untouched environments, to expect the unexpected is just one of the many challenges our racers face and what drives so many so hard. The teams now face a 90-kilometre mountain bike over 2 monumental peaks towards elevations of nearly 4,000 metres. Racing in these conditions will paralyse some whilst giving others a newfound motivation.
Para la siguiente bici ya. Con guantes para ¿estás empapado?
Our leaders, Team Ecuador, had opened a significant lead. Heading steadily out of transition towards the canyon, they are aware that any advantage in this sport can vanish in no time at all. Team Merrill and Teknu were pushing hard through the night, making up significant time. Had this taken an unexpected toll, or would the race be coming back together?
Tate and Donovan are battling very, very badly with a chest infection, but they're both doing unbelievably well to hang in, and myself and Hanu are also starting to develop chests now as well.
I don't think I've ever felt this bad in a race. Can't breathe at all. Got lung infection. Coughing up stuff. Not happy.
We're going to try and do the cycle now. We heard it's a quick cycle, and we'll sleep at the end of the cycle. Give a chance to recover.
You know what time the team in front of us is?
Almost one.
What team? What team?
Oh, that's Merrill Adventure.
Not great, but the boys are looking after me.
We're going to just keep going, see what happens.
Yeah, it's been suffering since the start gun went off with the elevation. So we're looking to get down, and then it'll be a different kind of suffering.
Almost 30 hours of non-stop racing has brought our second and third place teams head to head. Both have suffered, though the question is who can force their bodies and minds even further beyond their limits. Team Teknu, totally aware that their competition is just ahead, work tirelessly to get back on the course. They now are racing for second position after being 22nd only half a day earlier.
And we got a 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. cutoff, the next transition area. Didn't have much water out of that lake and didn't find much to treat. And the river was pretty muddy. We didn't want to drink that, so we're pretty dehydrated.
Such a diverse landscape, and one that is delivering more challenges than many of our teams expected. Team Ecuador forge ahead, but then one of the toughest teams on the planet hit a wall, and very, very hard.
We knew we needed to get some rest, but we thought we'd push through on the cycle and then rest on the other side. But we went 200 meters up the road and Peyton was already, couldn't breathe at all, and there's a big up here, so paramedics are having a look at it. And then we'll just get some rest and we'll take as long as it takes to see if Tatum can recover and get strong again.
You never know what's going on. We did a couple of mistakes in the first track, lost a lot of hours, and here we are after 2 more legs, third.
I don't know, last 20 hours she's been really battling to breathe and also starting to pop up a lot of stuff. We knew we needed to get some rest, but we thought we'd push through on the cycle and then rest on the other side.
You get that feeling she's going to have a heart attack. Yeah. Now, whole chest just closes up, you know, it sort of seizes.
The problem is if you're in a canyon and you stop breathing, you'll die.
She gets in the canyon, gets cold or something. They can't get in to get her out. There's no signal in there, there's no access points. For me to see the hottest chick I know keeled over is not good signs.
One of those things. Some you win, some you lose. At least we don't lose Tatum.
Up ahead, Teknu push hard to make up time.
Bob carried my pack all day one.
Though pushing hard at these altitudes, in these conditions, it's only possible by digging deep into the reserves. This either succeeds or fails.
Like descent. We were descending for 45 minutes straight.
Glad to be down a lot of elevation. I can breathe again.
Our last couple transitions were like 14, 15 minutes. So I think we need to do some sock changes here, maybe some clothing changes. We're going into a canyon, middle of the night. We don't really know what to expect. So we want to make sure we have the proper gear, our ropes gear, extra clothing, extra batteries for our light systems.
I don't know. I'm sleepy. I'm fucking sleepy. And now I'm gonna take a caffeine and crush the scores. Get the first place.
We're all hurting with the altitude, but we're hanging in there, for sure. We're excited to do some canyoning. Follow the secondary road towards the Chilka sector.
Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Teams now face over a marathon distance through a canyon that has only one way in and one way out. Evacuation is not an option.
We're feeling confident and also motivated. Because when you're in the front, just keep pushing. And that's, I guess, what has brought us to this position. Because we've been motivated. Sometimes it's hard when you're like in the back, just, you know, to keep pushing.
We spent over 20 minutes looking for the actual punch, right? But we were in the correct location we navigated to. We spent 20 minutes looking all over for the bag.
So we called in and said, you know, we didn't think it was there. is there, then I guess we're in trouble.
Could potentially be no penalty, a 1 hour penalty, or a 2 hour penalty.
Wasn't there. Wasn't in the right place.
Get this road that goes down to the river, thinking that we can avoid these climbings and go from there.
No trail. There is no trail.
Then, a critical point in the race. Our leaders face a dead end.
We gotta go a little bit back up. There's no way down here, the river is too big.
And do the climbings.
We were trying to leave the trail that was following the river and going up to the plateau. And we climbed something that big and didn't work out.
From the way they were describing it, and the fact that we have to use climbing gear to get down some I think it's going to be a long night and part of tomorrow in there.
We're about 60 hours awake. It's nothing. It's not a big deal, huh, Kyle?
Yeah. I know I could do better with a nap. Just putting it out there. I don't think I've ever raced for 2 whole days and 2 whole nights without sleeping. I'm pushing for sleep tonight.
Liza, she's suffering. She's sick, but she needs your help too. And the few energy that she has to move fast and not to talk, you know? Because if you're talking, means that you still have energy to talk, you know? When I'm carrying 2 packs, like extra equipment, or towing someone, I'm not talking because I'm using my energy to move forward as fast as I can.
Sometimes racing forces some harsh realities. It is, however, just as much about team dynamics as it is about physical fitness that gets you across the line first.
12-hour trekking now. She has the altitude sickness last night. She was really weak with headaches and nausea, but she's amazing. She just don't give up. Incredible. Really good partner. Marina Tacna, señor.
In adventure racing, you're only as fast as your slowest teammate. Importantly, keeping this in check keeps you in the lead.
My bag is too heavy for me. Do you want to take some weight off my back?
My backpack's feeling pretty good right now.
But the speed you guys want to go, I won't be able to keep up.
Here, I'll go give it some Marco.
Take turns with her pack.
Oh yeah.
Give her some recovery time.
Because I'm hurt too, you know, like I prefer not, but if it's to go faster, I will do, you know.
We're all suffering. We just want to make sure we're all suffering equal amounts.
Not always tough. And sometimes I don't know if that's appreciated. I think this is the first time I've ever been on an expedition team where there hasn't been another woman around. So my old expedition team, they used to do a lot of racing with. Our support crew, our main support person was a woman. And then I have a group of girls that I race with, and we've done some expedition races, and it's just nice to have that comforting soul. And it's a little bit missing with this team, so.
And with this, our lead team pushes hard, looking to gain the time they lost earlier in the leg. A newfound strength sees them moving quickly towards the canyon. After 48 hours without sleep, how long can this pace be sustained? But further back, things are not improving.
I'm not slacking. I think I only breathe into half my lungs. I just can't get air in, you know? The wheezing doesn't feel good. My lungs aren't behaving as they should. I've got a little bit of a wheeze. It's very shallow. And I'm coughing up some good stuff. Feels like there's a vice.
Even further back,
It's mandatory to go in the canyon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure you're taking that direction, that you're going in the canyon.
We have to walk into the canyon. We can take a road on the side of this river.
teams filter down towards the canyon. With failing light, this will become a very long night with only one way out, the finish of the leg. A hard day at the office is an understatement, with the field being decimated by the harsh climate and debilitating altitudes. Team Ecuador have extended their lead, with Merrill unable to continue. Team Tecnu, against all odds, have pushed hard and moved up to third. Next week, the stunning conclusion to this epic adventure, with over 2/3 of the team succumbing to the harshness of the Ecuadorian environment. Hang on for the ride.
What am I doing? I could be at home on the couch reading my book